is Bond. James Bond. My instructions were implicit. I was to leave for Jamaica in 2 hours. License to kill.
Now you maybe miss it.
You don't miss a thing.
I decided to accept your invitation.
I have to leave immediately.
Just as things were getting interesting again.
Licensed to kill whom he pleases, where he pleases, when he pleases. From the elegant clubrooms of Mayfair to exotic island night spots.
Good evening. Who pays you?
You.
Tell us.
A strange adventure of intrigue, treachery, and love.
Hello? Oh, Mr. Bond. I was thinking, why don't you collect me at my apartment? It's lovely up here in the mountains.
Her directions were easy to follow. She sent a few of her friends to make sure I didn't get lost. She thought I was dead, but I proceeded to prove her wrong. I thought it was always polite to knock first, before shooting. Honey, from our very first meeting, was everything her name implied. She clung to me like a wet bathing suit. But business as usual came first. The pace was killing.
I thought you less stupid. I could have had you killed in the swamp. And why didn't you? You damaged my organization. Unfortunately, I misjudged you. You are just a stupid policeman whose luck is run out.
Maybe it was my luck. Up to my neck in hot water. Or something blowing up in my face.
You'll live dangerously with the superbly resourceful James Bond. The book that has entertained millions of readers. The exotic and tantalizing Dr. No.
Some people will go to any extremes for a little privacy.
Dr. No is a James Bond 007 movie that was released on October 10th, 1962. This was the first official James Bond movie, which is fitting because at the time I'm reviewing this, the latest 007 movie has already come out, No Time to Die. So let's take a look back at the beginning and the formula that the first one established. This would be years before No Time to Die. I fucked all of that up. Don't at me. We are going to start reviewing Dr. No by starting with its story. The story follows Commander Strangeways being killed by 3 men known as the Three Blind Mice. The British Secret Service decides to send a spy known as James Bond with a code name of 007 to investigate the situation. Bond finds that there is a lot more to this. He finds a plot to derail the United States space program and that the 3 blind mice were connected to a mysterious man called Dr. No. Overall, I think the story is pretty fucking good. It has a unique tone compared to the other 007 movies, and frankly, many action movies. The tone is very understated, with heavy focus on dialogue, and large portions of the movie having no digestive music to accompany the scenes. I like it because it makes the movie a bit more grounded in reality. Sorry, I got a notification. This is a movie where you have to listen to what the characters are saying, or else you will totally be lost. This was the first James Bond movie I ever saw, and you damn right I was lost. Once I listened to the dialogue, the story actually made sense. It was actually fairly straightforward, but had some convoluted espionage themes sprinkled here and there. This is something that I could get used to and even appreciate more and more. What I'm saying is, it wasn't some completely broken plot that was just illogical or didn't have like characters mumbling all the fucking time. It made sense. Another thing I like about the story is that it pretty much established the formula that would work in many other 007 movies. High-speed chases, truly menacing villains with elaborate bases, sexy women who our hero gives a good time to, having a vodka martini, and even some gadgets thrown in. I think one of the reasons I like this series so much is that it subscribes to the philosophy of ethical hedonism. The whole idea behind ethical hedonism is to increase pleasure and decrease pain, as well as give pleasure to other people and reduce their pain. I think there is plenty of evidence of that in this movie. I'm going to say it. James Bond is overall a good person. He has his own set of values and tries constantly to put them into practice, and calls out the bad guys for their misdeeds, and rescues a female companion from trouble because it's the right thing to do. But he also somehow finds a way to mix that in with his own pleasures. Anyone who could do that needs some props, because that is really fucking hard to do. And he keeps doing it, and he keeps doing these things as the series goes on. Despite being a bit on the slow side, the movie manages to have memorable moments. These include the scene when Strangeways and his secretary get killed, the part when Mr. Jones fools Bond, the spider in the bed scene, the scene where Bond crawls through the ventilation system of Dr. No's base, which, by the way, is done entirely without music. Yeah, these scenes are great. Honey Rider is a damn good Bond girl. She is sexy, especially in that white bikini. And she also has a knife as a weapon, which is pretty fucking cool. She will make you want to jerk off. And you might just think of her when you do it. I doubt she'll mind. Dr. No is definitely one of the most memorable villains in the 007 series. He is very cold and yet somewhat elegant in his mannerisms. He also has a memorable base, which acts like a hotel when it is really a prison. He will fascinate you and at the same time kind of piss you off. The fight between Bond and Dr. No is very memorable. Speaking of which, there is surprisingly very little action in this movie, but when it does come up, it is well filmed for the most part. You get a few very brief fight scenes, and gunplay, and even blood and explosions here and there. While not a lot, the action is still pretty damn good. And it is capped off with a solid ending that is exactly the ending I want in a Bond movie. As for the production values, the cinematography is really good, The editing and sound are also pretty good for the time. The music is also pretty good. I have a new appreciation for the original James Bond theme. This movie has the most authentic version of the theme. I would classify the genre as jazz fusion. It has some great melodies to boot, all things considered. Overall, Dr. No is one hell of a great start to the 007 series. It mostly has a good story, but also has some nice prototypes of the formula of the series as well. It also has an exotic charm to it that will somehow never get old. Just don't expect it to be as fast-paced as the later 007 movies. Although, to be fair, From Russia with Love kind of borrowed some of the tone of Dr. No, but yeah. Overall, I give Dr. No 4 out of 5 stars, with the title of Awesome. Anyway, I'm Spike Robot. Thank you all for watching. If you like this video, you can subscribe to my channel. And take it easy. Support our troops.
Every word I said echoes in my head like ghosts that haunt the night.